Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live. What is going on, everyone? It is Monday. Excited to share some announcements. Yesterday, I was at the Texas Realtor Conference, and it was great to see a lot of colleagues around the state coming together. Emmett Smith, if you don't know who Emmett Smith was, he was our keynote speaker. He was part of the Dallas Cowboys. He's also in real estate, and he actually started a commercial real estate company brokerage, and he sold that as well. And now he's just doing projects around the country, doing mixed use developments. And I texted Calvin yesterday, like, why don't we set up a meeting with Emmett just to understand, let him share the platform. That there's an opportunity, so that's what I'm going to do. I set out my task to find out how to have a meeting with Emmett Smith. So just to share, right? You never know. And that's the opportunity because of his caliber as a motivational speaker. Just imagine, right? You can possibly have a NFL partner, leverage a platform, continue to grow, and at the same time, he's building a legacy besides just selling a company, right? Actually continue to help people and have a residual from it and build from that. So some announcements. We want to thank Cindy Vo on doing a great hotel workshop. It was a great event. We had over 50 plus people there, and then we did a property tour afterwards. So it was great to see that. And Cindy has just her passion in teaching. Just really grateful for that as having her as a business partner. And she's gonna take a break on the commercial training for the rest of the year because she's focusing on production. She has a couple things lined up for closings, and she needs to focus on that. And I said, that's fine. We appreciate her getting this kick started. And Calvin and I and the other commercial leaders are going to plan out, see what other commercial events we can do this year, and of course, plan out our 2025. So tonight, we do have a global reception. Give me a second. My slides are global reception for the Texas Realtors. If you're here in Dallas, welcome to come out for that. As realtors, it's a free event to go to the Texas conferences. So if you just want to hang out for an hour or two with me tonight with Calvin, let me know. Text me, and we can get you in or at least hang out. EXP has a fast cap cohort 6 weeks program where they're going to start it on September 4th. And basically, it's going to help agents cap faster, meaning to do more production. So, you can go over to EXP University or look up or type in fast cap program in the workplace, and you can see what that program is about and also register for that. So that is the link for the registration, and you can just hop in there and go from there. And 6 weeks, week 1 is owning your business, prospecting, your database, lead generation, marketing your brand, winning buyers and sellers, and just continue to, that's how you're going to cap faster, by following these steps that the program they have. All right. Upcoming events. We have Tuesday, tomorrow, actually, we have our coffee and conversations. Lori is hosting that in Argyle, Texas from 10 to 11. We also are starting our Tom Ferry Success Summit live webinar here at the Plano office. We have 25 people registered. We have, about 10 more spots left. Guests are invited. So if you want to invite guests to this, it's important that you plug in. It's a 3-day event from 8 to 5. We're going to be a hybrid model where we're live streaming the events, but we're here at the office and you guys get to mastermind. I'm going to share with Jennifer and Ella the Dropbox for the booklet. It's a 200-page booklet for this class. If you're a person that needs to print it out, we'll send it to all the registered attendees today. If they want to send it to FedEx to print it out, they can, but that'll be on the participants. September 13th, Calvin and I are flying and speaking in Nashville, Tennessee. So that's a commercial mastermind group. If you have anyone in Nashville that you want me to connect with, please let me know. September 20th is my 45th birthday. Laura Pena and the group are doing a birthday for me. No, I'm just kidding. It is my birthday, but they're doing a Berman and Business Real Estate Night downtown on the rooftop. We'll also celebrate my birthday as well, and it'll be fun. All right. Today, every Monday, Top Agent Nation, our upline leaders, they do a productivity residential call on sales, and they have a coach that teaches about that. That's at 10 a.m. Central Time. On Wednesday, Top Agent Nation commercial is on Wednesdays from 10 o'clock Central Time as well. These are the flyers for the events. Success Summit. And, I'm going to have Paul really touch base on EXPCon. I believe we have 25 people in our organization registered. Would love you guys to understand why coming to EXPCon. I know it's Paul's first time, but Paul's been to other conferences. And, maybe Judy can kind of share a little bit about her past experience at attending one of these conferences. Go ahead, Paul.
Thank you. I didn't know if we were going with Judy. Sorry. Yeah. EXPCon, I've been going to events like this for 20 years, and they radically change your life. They get you to think differently. When you hang around people that are doing things differently than you automatically start to believe that you can do that as well. And it just pushes you in a whole different direction. I'm a long distance runner. I love running. I can go out and run, 20 miles right now. But I won't do near as good until I register for a race. And when I register for a race, I almost knock a minute and a half off my time. And that's because I'm around a group of people that are going faster than me. And because they're going faster, I'm going faster, and they're making me better. When you go to an event like EXPCon, you will run into people that are doing better than you. And that's a great thing, because that pushes you to do better, because you realize there's really nothing separating you from them other than just the way they're thinking at things. They're looking at things differently, and it just changes your perspective completely. And lastly, for many years, I remember probably the first 10 years of running my other business, I'd always say, plug in, plug in, plug in. And I had a millennial come up to me. This is 10 years ago. And she says, I don't understand the word plug in. That sounds weird. And I got to thinking, I said, it does sound weird, plug in. And the more I got to think about it, it's not about plugging in, it's about investing. It's investing in your team. You guys get on here Monday morning, thank you, because you're investing in the team, because you're about to share your wins. Today, we're going to hear from Scrivener and how he went icon. He's investing in his team. When you invest in a team, when you invest in going to EXPCon because you're investing in the team as well, you get a return back that is, you can't explain it. I've been fortunate that I've invested in this team since I got here. Daniel and the team welcomed me with open arms. Everybody on this call, I don't want to name names, I'll leave somebody out, but y'all welcomed me. And because of that, I started investing in the team, and I started showing up on this call, and I started showing up to Christmas parties and other things. And because I invested in this team, I'm doing my first closing. And, guys and gals, it's not that tough. You know why? Because I invested in the team, and I get to reach out to great people like TC and say, hey, can you help me? Because I invested in the team. If I wouldn't have ever gotten on and been on part of anything and gotten to know TC and helped TC on any level, TC wouldn't take my phone call. He wouldn't know me. So when you go to an EXPCon, yes, you're going to learn. You're going to be pushed harder than you've ever been pushed in a great way. But at the same time, you're investing in the team. That way, when you need the team down the road, it will pay you back in ways that you just can't explain. I want to say 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. I mean, the amount of help I'm getting from everybody on this team with my closing and everything that's going on has been tremendous. And I'm telling you, when you go to EXPCon, You've invested in the team. You're also investing in yourself. But please understand the biggest investment you can make is into this team, because when you need this team, they will be there for you. And it's imperative to get to EXPCon. We get out of our element. We're not in our same element. We're out and about. We're in a different state for some of us. Some of us are in the same state. But just please, I urge you. I looked at plane tickets this weekend. Cheap, very cheap to fly from Dallas to Miami. So cheap. I was like going, oh my God. I remember when Angie and I first started going to conventions 20 years ago, we went to this little bitty podunk town in North Carolina, and it cost so much money to get there. God, it costs so much money because it's a little itty bitty town. We're going to Miami. It's cheap. But please invest in this team, invest in yourself, get your tickets today, get your plane tickets, trick yourself, get your plane tickets. And I got to tell you, on top of all that, Daniel, take somebody with you. Right. EXP has rolled out. I've never seen anything like it. I've been going to events like this for 20 years, Scrivener, and I've never seen a company that said, hey, you can bring a guest for free and they can get everything that you're getting. I was like, holy, I can't say the word right now. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's insane. The level of commitment that Glenn Sanford, our president and CEO, has to you and I and our success is ridiculous. For him to say, hey, we're going to give you a free ticket. Now, I have personally put on events like this. They're expensive as you know what. But Glenn's like, no, we're gonna give free tickets away because we know it will pay out. So please get yourself there and then just get you a free ticket and take someone else with you. And plus, again, you're investing in the team. Showing up to this call every Monday, you're investing in the team because people like TC see you, people like Judy see you, people like Anna see you, Daniel sees you, and that's who they know who to invest into. And I needed people to invest in me because I've never done real estate before. And thank God I invested in, because now each one of those people's names I just said, they're giving back to me and back to me and back to me. And I got to tell you, I'm not even stressed. I ain't stressed at all. It's no big deal. It's just another deal. And I got this amazing team behind me because I invested in. So please invest in. Show up to EXPCon. Love to have you there.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it very much. Explorer Pass. Very, very, very powerful. All right. So EXP for the residential folks has their buyer toolkit. Please, if you're in residential, you need this toolkit for your business because of all the stuff that's changed. You need to prepare yourself. We have also our seller toolkit as well. And just hop into that. You can just Google it, EXP Realty Seller Toolkit. It's there. It's public information. If you are not in our Facebook community group, please scan that QR code or our WhatsApp. So our WhatsApp group is more for announcements, just for our organizations getting over 200 plus. And, sometimes just reaching out individually is hard. So please make sure you know what's going on with the organization, or go to our website, wepartnersnetwork.com, and also know your mission and vision. And we also want to thank Jennifer, Ella, and Justine for working hard, keeping our organization together. If you don't know who Jennifer is, please reach out to her, as she is continuing to grow and support us and just to manage our continued growth. And I believe that is it for announcements. So I'm going to stop our screen. We're going to go in straight to our wins, and just, please share your wins that you had this week or going up this week, your digital hands. And if for some reason you're driving and you want to speak, just kind of wave over here really quick, and we'll try to catch that. For those that are online watching us, you can text me if you have any wins, or share with your sponsor some wins. But if you have your camera on, be great, so we can see your great faces. And I'm going to pick on Ton. Go ahead. Take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Before sharing my wins, I want to wish Mr. Michael Ray a happy birthday today. Happy birthday, Michael. I believe you're on the call. Another win is I have another Michael here. Michael Juan just got his license recently, looking to join our team. To me, that's the biggest win. Having a good friend joining the business, joining the company, and in this great team. I mean, I'm always rave about how great our team is. And when you love where you work, you're always gonna naturally talk great about things about the company or the team you're in. And that's how I feel. You know, everyone I come across is like, ask EXP, hey, this is a great team. You should look into it. Another win last week was I executed a contract. This is a VA foreclosure. Previously listed at 390. Recently reduced it like 10 days ago. Reduced, a couple of reduction, but the recent reduction, they reduced it like 30 something grand to like 339. And my client was like, this is good price. But I was like, I feel that they're gonna, we can negotiate further and was able to get another 10,000 out of it. So, from 390 all the way down to 330, 329. Feel great about it. So lots of time your client may think, hey, this is good, but as an agent, always looking out for my client's best interest. Even though they just had a price reduction, I'm going to try my best to get another price reduction for my client. And so that felt great. I mean, our job is how much we can save a client. I like this current market, it's the buyer's market. So myself personally, when I work with a lot of buyers and always want to negotiate for them. During the peak, I feel bad. I mean, it's like my buyers begging to win offers, and lots of time I don't have much control other than writing a most attractive offer to win for my client. But right now we're in a really good market, still buyers market. So really, whether you represent a buyer or seller, we always should try our best to get the lowest sales price for a buyer or the highest sales price for a seller. Just want to end there. Have a great week, everyone.
All right. Let's go. Paul, you want to share first?
Sure. Yeah,
All
my
right.
biggest win last week was got to go to Daniel's office with Brian Clark, and I went there, and we got to meet with Tony King, the VP of Growth. My goal since I've gotten here is to have 1,000 agents on my team in 1 year, and I keep speaking it and saying it. And because I keep speaking it and saying it, my man Daniel's always trying to find a way to get me there. And he's always throwing ideas at me and sending me videos and sending me this and sending me that. He's like, I don't know if I've ever had a leader that is more excited about me hitting my goals. I mean, he's just fired up about it. And he said, hey, you need to meet Tony King. And so I got to meet Tony last week with Brian, and I have a pathway to get into 1,000. No kidding. I mean, what he taught us. And then he taught us there's some type of software. We went and checked it out, got that rolling. Brian's fired up. Brian's on right now. I'll let him talk for himself, but Brian's fired up about it, excited about it. But that was a huge win last week. And then my win every week, every Monday morning, is getting on with you guys at 9 a.m. I couldn't do this without you. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to real estate. I know when it comes to building teams and relationships and friendships and all that stuff. But you guys, I want to thank every one of you, because even what TC said right there about negotiating for your buyer, that fired me up. So my biggest win is always getting on here with you guys every Monday and just holding myself accountable.
Great. Thank you, Paul. You're up next, Scribner. Share those wins.
Start going first now, because every time I go after Paul or TC, I'm like, man, what do I say? They always kind of kill it, But I guess, well, not just I guess. I got 2 wins, one personal and one real estate professional related. I had a listing that I was going to put on the market. I went and talked to the seller yesterday, and she agreed for me to actually purchase it from her. So now I'm kind of thinking if I'm going to flip it or I'm going to turn it into a rental. So that was pretty nice. Personal win. I am competing in a jiu-jitsu competition in October, and I'm slowly creeping down on a scale to make it where my competition weight is. Like, training enough is hard, but the second hardest part about, competing is your diet, making sure that weight actually stays down, and I'm on track, so that makes me pretty happy. Hope everyone has a great week. It's great seeing y'all, and let's go.
All right. Lori just came back from Paris.
Good morning, everyone. If I didn't look so tired, I would show my video, but I am kind of tired. I just came back from Paris, and I just wanted to say that I had a great week with our network. Paul and I got to spend some time together doing some new home tours and videos. So that was a huge win for me, just to be able to collaborate and pour into each other was awesome. And then I welcomed my first EXP teammate, Felix. So I know Judy shared that with you guys last week, and that was pretty exciting. We got to spend some time with Jennifer and Daniel in the office, and so I think that's a huge win, because I'm very relationship driven, and this was an amazing relationship to be able to somebody I was able to bring on my team. So we've had a good week. We already got our first deal under contract together, and we're just looking forward to what the future has to offer in regards to serving our Spanish speaking clients. Just a reminder, we have coffee and conversations tomorrow. So if you're available, join us at Farmhouse. Coffee and Treasures for our coffee and conversations. We'd love to see everybody. We're just gathering interest. For those of you interested in getting involved, please come and spend some time with us. So thank you guys. That's all.
Thank you, Lori. Yes, and your the new partner that came on, his goal was to raise capital, raise some funds for for missions in I believe in Guatemala. So it's great to hear his story, and he's actually studying seminary as well. So I promised the first rev share. I believe he's under contract and supposed to close next month, and I said that first rev share check that I'll personally donate that portion of my rev share to his missions work. So that was my promise, and I told Jennifer to make sure to double check in October when I get that. So
yeah, we're really excited for him, and what a blessing for him to have another source of income, and on top of that, a third source of income through EXP, rev share. So looking forward to him accomplishing his dream of going on his mission trip. And hey, who knows, I might be going with him next year. So I'm excited for him for that. So thank you, Daniel, for that. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Lori. Katie texted me. She wanted to share a win from last week. Her win was able to sit at the event when Tony King came to the office. She happened to be at the office, and so she sat into the conversation. So her takeaway was able to time block for attraction and production. The method he showed, you can be both. You can be a top producer and attract good talent into the platform and finding your good partners. So he was able to kind of show that to her, and that got her excited. So I'm glad that's a win for you, Katie. Thank you for sharing that. Looks like Andy Vo is on his private jet that he's working on. We have a lot of talent in this group in multiple aspects, and that's the beauty of bringing good partners here. We all bring different talent together. So Andy might be able to find a discount on a private jet if that's the future for the organization, right? We might have a WeJet in the future. So you believe it, you can make it happen. So any more wins? Judy, Ratsumi, any wins? Brian?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you fine.
Okay. I apologize. My dogs have been going crazy this morning. So if they go off, you know what? Come back to me in like 2 minutes and I will share my wins.
All right. Anyone else? Anybody want to share a win? I know Teresa Trong, you did a closing last week with Alex. Got that executed? Am I correct?
It is closed.
It's closed. It's great. Appreciate
it. Closed on the 20th.
That's
but
good.
I do want to send a little appreciation to Alex. I just got back from Kentucky, and I had a house I had to lease, at least list to sell. I didn't have all the signs. I didn't have anything. So I reached out to Alex. I say, I really need help because I don't have the signs ready. EXP, I ordered the sign, but it's not here. So I asked for collaboration. And he was so up and willing right away. Such a wonderful person. I mean, I feel like I'm in a good team. I'm in the right team, And so, but yeah, I mean, we had it listed. I spoke to him on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? And then we staged on Thursday. We had it listed and went live on Friday afternoon. We got an offer Friday night. And then over the weekend, I held 2 open house on Saturday and Sunday. We had multiple offers. We were able to get $10,000 above our listing price and then close the deal within 14 days. I mean, what a good
Man,
team I had to work with.
that's what we
Thanks,
need. Yeah, Team 8, the Texas Ace team, they're on top of things. They're on fire, and I'm glad that you're able to connect. And Teresa, for those that don't know you, you also have a chicken farm in Kentucky. And
We build chicken farms.
she builds chicken farms.
And
So if we have our land people or there's an investment opportunity or
yeah,
something, please connect with Teresa. And also she does insurance
yeah,
as well. So
I have
she's
an
a
agency
true entrepreneur. Thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Any
Well, I
wins?
do have another person though.
Yes.
When I'm officially a grandma.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm gonna hit that button. I'm gonna hit that button and hit the air
I'm
horn.
ready to be a grandma, but yes, I have a grandson. When did he born? August 16th.
Oh, brand new. Congratulations. Yes. Proud grandma. I can see that.
Oh, yes.
All right. Alex, share your wins. Thanks for raising your hand. Anyone else?
Hello, everyone. Morning. So first of all, I would like to thank Teresa for the opportunity. We work together on this transaction. It's super quick transaction. Closing with 20 days, right? The total whole process is perfect. And I think we should like to share the big win is actually this is my first time joining the Week Hunter call. I always try to join, but always have a conflict with the Monday crazy schedule. But finally be able to make it here and see everyone, hear everyone talking, share all the goals, all the mission is get excited, very motivational to me. And I think that our team is super on production. So we got 4 new listings last week. All the open house is pretty good traffic. So with the previous 3 listings before, we try to get the goal today is collect all the feedback, see what the traffic we have and try to convert the buyer for those listings. So that's really our main focus for Monday, and super excited to be here. So hopefully I can be able to join more call the following weeks. Thanks, Daniel, and thanks everyone.
All right. Thank you, Alex. All right. I believe Brian has something to share. You able to speak now?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, so I have good news for myself personally. I took the exam late last week, got through the national portion, no problem, and missed the state by 1. So I was like, really? So then I immediately rescheduled the state exam for this morning, and I'm happy to say I passed it. So we are good to go. Thanks for the sound effect. I like the sound effect. And definitely a win, as Paul mentioned, was last week meeting with Tony in your office, Daniel. That was huge for me. And some of you may not know, but Paul and I worked together in a past life in the insurance business. And my experience in that business was I was constantly surrounded by what I would consider to be world-class recruiters, recruiting insurance agents. And so that was one of the things that was so attractive to me about this opportunity was the ability to recruit to this incredible platform that is EXP. And then also being associated with Paul, who I've seen in action because he is a world-class recruiter, and he knows how to, make people feel great about this opportunity, get them excited to do that. So for me, having the chance to work with Paul, and then now as I'm getting introduced to more people inside the EXP family, I'm just getting more and more excited about what we can do. And I tell you what I saw last week with Tony and his team, and having sort of the EXP corporate resources available to us to help us, recruit people to this is really, really exciting for me. So I am pumped that I finally got this, all the hours and the tests behind me, and I am ready to go. So thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. Paul, was Angie on? Angie
She's on.
Owens?
She's on.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, perfect. So I'm Angie Owens. I'm out of Windermere, Florida here, which is like a suburb of Orlando. There is an actual ESG or EXP office in Windermere, so I'm fired up about that, just around the corner from me. But anyways, I was brought into this business by Paul. I was also brought into the insurance business by Paul about 20 years ago. I do actually own an independent marketing organization within the insurance world, but plan on turning that all over to my husband so I can get into this. But my win this week is that I no longer made excuses with my busy schedule, my twins that are 17 who are in sports, and I got through 5 chapters this week to finish my course. So now it's just studying, doing the practice thing, but I've had the course for 8 weeks, and this week was my biggest win. So, and the thing I want to recognize is Paul. He did the video, so I need to see like something to fire me up, motivate me, and I could actually see myself doing the videos that Paul did. So I went back through and watched those, and oh my gosh, I was like, I got to do another course. I got to do 2 this day, So thank you, Paul, for doing that. So it really helped me, and I'm gonna have to keep going through those so I can study and take the exam.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
All right. We got Michael Ray raising his hands.
Well, I hope you can hear me.
We hear you clear.
Yes. So I wanted to congratulate everybody else on their wins. And I really am. I got to be honest with you. I'm off to a very slow start as far as a realtor, because I'm also on the mortgage side. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing up to this point, is just I'm a mortgage on the mortgage broker. So the key is trying to really balance with that hat, or which hat do I have on? I mean, really, I'm after the same people, but normally I would be chasing you guys and not necessarily borrowers per se. But needless to say, my win is 2 things. I'm, like I said, I'm really off to a slow start because of just my schedule in terms of I have to not feed my family per se, but I do have to work as well, and I have to stay in the area I'm probably the most comfortable with. But I'll say this week that in using the tools in terms of following some of the training and the GO training, and I use the RPR. I spent this past weekend using that and learning that and downloading that, and I got to tell you, that's realtor in a phone. That is what you guys do in a phone, literally. That is so powerful that, needless to say, I gotta be honest, guys, I can see I can use that in both, with both hats on, that tool. But I really feel prepared. I mean, really now, in terms of up until this point. I mean, even if I have any questions, I don't necessarily, I can text TC, or I can text Daniel, but wherever I go in the organization, when I'm out online, I can just be standing there and someone will come up and say, Michael, how can I help you? They know I'm there for a reason. So, but I got to tell you, so I do feel supported, but I got to tell you, it's a lot of time and intentionalities that has to be put into learning all of the parts on you guys' side. I didn't know that realtors, let's just put it this way. I knew you have value. You added value to the process, but I didn't understand in terms of what you do in the systems that you work. I didn't, okay? In terms of, because on our side, I don't have any of that, all right? I have Arrive and whatever else I want to pay for. But needless to say, one of the wins was on the mortgage side, got a CTC in 7 days. been involved in mortgages since 2003. Never got one like that before ever. So, I mean, that was very impressive. That was someone who was serving on the other side, but looking forward to growing and using this amazing tool. I'm talking about this RPR in my phone and on my this right here alone. It allows me to do so much and learn that my biggest win is not just the CTC, because that's a big win for me, period. I mean, needless to say, that's a confidence builder in the people that we work with. But this right here, in terms of as a realtor and the opportunity to show others, even a friend who's 20 years plus realtor, when I shared this tool that I learned through EXP, he couldn't believe it, that he was a member as a realtor and had access to this and had no idea. And that
Yes.
came directly from you guys, right? Sorry to go over, but I just want to say,
No. RPR is a great tool for realtors and NAR, and has really pushed that out. And I know that yesterday they had a big session on RPR at the Texas Realtor Conference yesterday. So thanks for sharing your wins,
All right.
Michael. Thank you. All right. We are going to have Brandon and Paul. Why don't you kind of share what's going on?
We have a brand new icon champion. We need some music or something going on here for, I call him Scribner, Brandon, B. Let's not call him BS. Brand new icon, man. Setting the stage, but no kidding. Scribner, never underestimate what you've done for everybody on here that's wanting to go for icon, and what it means to them to push harder. And I just had some questions I wanted to ask him, and he said, yes, let's do it. So first and foremost, Scribner, was there anybody that you saw hit icon and you thought, why not me?
Yeah, so I guess let me say this first. There's a lot of heavy hitters on here and icons on here too, so I'm very honored that you reached out to me so I can kind of explain my story and stuff, but thank you. Was there someone specific that I saw? Not necessarily. It was more of a community thing, and also it was like, I'm very goal driven in a sense, and I always played sports. I still do sports, and what do you do when you play sports? You try to win, and I saw that as kind of one of the pinnacles that I wanted to reach. So it just inspired me to do it, seeing other people do it and thinking, hey, I can do this as well, in a sense. So that's how I got it.
And then when did you make the decision to go icon? Like how long, what's your calendar year from what to what?
It is from September 1st until the next September.
Okay. And so so when you got on September 1st, when did you make your decision? Hey, I'm going to hit icon.
Well, I think I always had the vision to do it. I joined EXP probably 4 months into my career. I was with another brokerage then. At that point, I was still starting out. So it was always my intention to do it, but the first year I just couldn't do it, you know? The second year came along and I accidentally almost hit it. And I think that's what kind of turned the wheels in a sense, like, holy cow, like this is something I could do. And it pissed me off that I missed it, you know, by accident, miscalculations on my end. But really, it was me almost making it last year that really set it in stone. Like, man, I got to hit it this year. There's no absolutely way I'm not going to hit it, you know, so that's how it worked.
When you made that decision, did you tell anyone you were going to hit icon?
Yeah, I told Jennifer. I told my teammates too. I told myself. I think I've really told myself. Like, I used to write these things down. I need to get in the habit of doing it again, but you know, I would pray about it, speak into existence. I always reinforce that idea into my head that it was going to be there. I knew it was going to be there. So did I talk to people? Yes, but I talked to myself the most regarding that.
Good. Well, that's important. And everybody needs to understand that when you tell people around you, especially when you tell your wife, and then you told your teammates, very, very important. I'm always a big believer in telling the person that sponsored you. So I've told Colin, Calvin, and Daniel my goals, because when I tell them my goals and I speak my goals out loud to them, they automatically try to find ways for me to get there. It's like it just happens. And so, like, when you tell people, and on a call like this, when you tell people on a call like this, everybody, strangely enough, will start to figure out a way for you to hit that goal. So I appreciate you for telling people. And I think you might have answered the next question. Did you write it down last year when you said you were going to hit it?
Absolutely. I drilled it down, man. When I told you I was mad that I missed it, like you can ask Jennifer, I was pretty upset, you know, and it was partly because I didn't understand it in a sense. Like, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but ultimately it's accountability and it's my fault that I missed it, right? But I was mad, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know, we're kind of blessed here. We have Jennifer on here. Jennifer, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like, what was his mindset when he almost hit it but didn't? What was going on?
You know, you should have just seen him. He couldn't stop talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was all he could think about. It consumed him. So I think that was what drove him to work so hard this upcoming year. And, you know, he did it. He spoke it into existence. He was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be an icon. That is my goal. And here we are.
And that's my next question, actually, is did it consume you, or did you accidentally hit it? You've kind of already answered that one, but answer it again.
Sorry, is that me or for you?
Either one.
Let me take it. Cool. I wouldn't say it consumed me, but I was more intentional about it.
Yeah.
Right. It was something that I was like, hey, I could do this. Like, why not me? Like, I knew I could do it. So I was very intentional with it. And to the point of not just so I can say I hit it, but also what the rewards come with it as well. Like, of course, you know, I got a wife and a kid. Like, there's some incentives financially for me to hit it as well. So that was part of the motivational factor. And just so I can talk to other icons or just help inspire some people that they can do it as well. I wouldn't say it was consumed, but I was very intentional with it.
And this is a question that I didn't write down. Sorry, we're going off script. Tell me about your background. You got college, high school?
Yeah, went to high school here in Garland, and then I ended up going to college. It's kind of funny they kind of asked me about this, but I took the pre-med route. I thought I was going to be a doctor or something, physical therapist, you know, the general Asian stereotypical. Let's just call it for what it is, right? I was either a lawyer, doctor, or something, you know, anything else never existed in my household. So that's the route I went. And I got my degree in neuroscience, actually, just because I like to see how people operate. I like to see how people behave, why they do the things they do. And I just like people, you know? I got into it, and I think it was my junior year. I remember exactly. I was sitting down taking OChem, and I had organic chemistry. You have to draw out these little, you know, symbols, chemicals. I liked it, but I couldn't see myself doing it forever. And I had an epiphany. I was like, man, I can't really change my major now. I'm already so far deep into this. I was like, hey, let me, instead of being a doctor, let me sell it to the doctors. So I transitioned what I was doing. Okay, hey, I already have the knowledge here. Let me go sell to them. Got out of college, worked for a sales company, medical company called Medline for about 3.5 years. Liked it for a little bit. Then I started resenting it. You know, the leadership sucked. Let's call it for what it is. That's why I appreciate this group right here, is that, you know, we really support each other. But when I was working in that time frame where I was at, it sucked. I was dreading it. I hated it. I just had my daughter. It was COVID time, crazy times. I was like, I need a way out of this. So I asked one of my colleagues that just recently left the company. And the reason why I reached out to him is because he left right before March. In my company, in order to get your bonuses that you made the year prior, you had to stay till March. And this guy left a 6-figure table, like check on the table. And I was like, dude, are you crazy? Like, bro, I know we're going through COVID. Everyone's mindset is kind of like, you know, jumped up in a bit. Like, what are you doing? And he just kind of, you know, reiterated the things I just talked about. And I was like, hey, you know what? You should try real estate out. And I had no idea what was going on in the market. Like, I had like interest rates low. I rarely knew anything about that. But I was applying to so many other places to do more medical sales jobs, and no one was getting back to me. And I was so angry because I was like, dude, I got all these accolades. I got my sales. Like, why aren't y'all calling me back, let alone give me a rejection letter? And then I had another epiphany. I was like, dude, I'm asking permission to get money. Like, this makes no sense. And then I looked in the roles of a real estate agent and it was like, hey, you make your own schedule, you eat and kill your own food. Like, this is you. And I was so driven at that point, Paul. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It set me off. Like, if you ever seen The Last Dance by Michael Jordan, where he takes everything personally and he turns it into something else, that's the type of guy I am, right? Like, I get angry, but I do it in a constructive way to where I'll do something. But anyways, fast forward, got my license when I was still working at the company, and I left on the best note I could ever do it. Possibly not to them, but for me, it was the best thing I could ever do to them, right? And 3 years later, here I am, sitting here having this conversation with you, and the sky is bright, the future's bright, man. See, now you got me pumped up, dude. I was so tired before I got on this call because I had a 6 a.m. training class, and I was like, man, I'm taking coffee in, like I am dead tired. But now you got me pumped up, Paul. So I appreciate you, dude.
Appreciate you. I think you've got everybody on this call pumped up, man. I see Angie smiling. I think you've got everyone pumped up on this call.
I like it. Now I know
Well,
how to get
it's
Brandon
funny,
pumped
and,
up.
and you've answered the last questions already. But over here, Daniel told us what EXPCon is and what it means to hit it, and I'll tell you that in a second. But I purposely left that out because I was going to kind of see. I need everybody to understand, get your mind right around this, and why he fought so hard for success. We tend to think we'll fight harder for success for money, but we won't. We will fight harder for success, for recognition, to prove to ourselves. And I think y'all can hear that in his voice. He had something to prove to Brandon, right? He had something to prove to himself. And if y'all could all get in that mindset of, hey, yeah, I got something to prove to myself. If you want to build your self-image, Brandon just gave us a world-class training on how to build your self-image. Say you're going to do something, get after it, and do it for yourself. And your self-image and your self-worth and everything around you will improve. Because he didn't even mention that he got $16,000 in company stock. That didn't get brought up. That fires him up. And I know it fires Jennifer up, but more importantly is what he did for himself. What he set himself up. That's massive. And it's like, that's incredible to think about, Daniel. He didn't even bring up the $16,000 in stock, and that's stock in the company that's going to continue to grow. Right. And we all seem to think we're money motivated, and, some of us are, and I get it, but really deep down, when we can impress the hell out of ourselves, that's what counts. And that's why he's so jacked up right now. He's not excited. He's exciting everybody on here. And I don't know if everybody caught this. Michael Ray, Brian Clark, all you new people, he's new. Scrivener hit Icon in his, what is that, your third year? Not even your first. Yeah, but it wasn't even a full third year. It's like, that's crazy to think about what he's done in such a short amount of time. And like he said, there's plenty, we got Alex on here. I think he might hit Icon in the first 2 months of his calendar year every year. Him and the Ace team. They just blink and roll out of bed and hey, we hit Icon.
Multiple stocks, multiple awards, they could get it.
Yeah. And TC is the same way. And I would bet you, Scrivener, that everybody, Alex and TC and everybody else that's hit Icon here would say the same thing. It was what they did for themselves, how great it felt, And oh yeah, by the way, you're going to get rich because you're going to get stock and and you did 20 transactions plus the 5 you did prior to getting to the starting line. So congratulations. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Let's just leave it at this. What did it mean to you personally to hit Icon?
What did it mean to me personally to hit Icon? That I could do it. I always had a lot of confidence in myself growing up, and to actually achieve what I set out to do, it taught me a lot about myself that I kind of already knew, but reinforced it. That if I put my mind to it, I could really do it. And I truly believe that. Like, I am the most, I don't want to say cocky, but I am very confident in myself, but I'm very humble in a sense to where I know where to bring myself down, but no one's ever going to take that away from me. I'm very prideful about that. Like, everyone's been through some tough stuff, but what do you do to get out of it is the main thing. And like Jennifer said, I was talking about for weeks. Like, man, I was pissed. I was depressed in a sense because I was like, really, like I could have done it, but I just messed up myself. And if I didn't hit it the next year, I would have been even more pissed off. Like, man, you idiot. Like, why didn't you do it? But really, it taught me that, hey, if I set my mind to it, I could do it. And now I have other goals I'm setting myself to do as well. And I know it's going to happen. So what did it teach me? That I can do anything I want to do whenever I put my mind to it. And I have a community like y'all to help me get our dreams, and we can get our dreams together. So that's really what it is.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
And I
Yeah.
hope and pray that at least one person on here saying, you know what, I need to do it. I can do it. If Scribner can do it, I can do it. If Alex can do it, I can do it. If TC can do it, I can do it. I pray that everybody on here is thinking that way, or someone, at least one person is. And if not, reach out to Scribner and ask him, talk to him, ask him talk to him one-on-one. I know he'll talk to you. I have no doubt he'll talk to you. And so reach out to him and share those things with him. So thank you so much, Scrib and Daniel. Thanks for giving me the chance to interview this incredible young man. Man, what a future we have. We have more people like Scrib in the world, right?
That's right. So excited to see everyone on the call today. We doubled our numbers, it looks like, on this call, and just continued out. And I know other people are watching live streaming because they're texting me. They can't get on, but they're watching. So it's great to have you guys plugging in and showing up because this is a partnership, right? Plugging in, not just bringing carrot sticks to the table, right? Bring that, when I share this platform is we're all partners. We get to bring something to the table, and we have this Monday call. And if you're doing your own call with your network, that's great. That's called duplication, right? And we'll see you guys next Monday, and just bring something special to the table and share those wins. And for those that are in production and growth, just continue to do what you're doing. Make sure you're investing time in yourself. And like what Michael's doing, Michael Ray is learning new tools in the business. Anyone that's new in the business, continue to learn. If you're a seasoned agent, just like Alex and Erico and all them, and Gabby, you guys are continuing to learn and learn new things. Whatever you learn, bring it back to the table. Don't share your new ideas or new things that you're learning. So bring it to the table, share it to your partners, and let's go from there. All right. Just like Judy says, no gatekeeping here. Right. So I appreciate you guys hopping on. It is, we did 1 hour today. So really glad that these calls hopefully they're effective. You guys that are listening in that didn't share a win today, it's okay. You guys being on the call is a win. So I really appreciate it. And I know that for those that have a full-time job and they're getting on, and I'm seeing you guys on here, appreciate it really much. And just continue off your Monday. And make sure you set your mindset right every week so you can continue to go and stay focused. All right. You guys have a great day. All right. Bye, guys.